Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. So today we have a comic for you guys to tell you about, to review. Kind of matches what I'm wearing, no? Yeah, sure does. So this is Sensation Comics featuring Wonder Woman. It's the first volume. So it is not... So we chose this one in honor of the new Wonder Woman movie that just came out. So it's just it's not one whole storyline. It's basically, is it 5 stories in one?
Six.
5 or 6 stories in one. So we'll just kind of go over each and every one of them, and we both read it. So
yeah.
Yes, let's get started. Okay, so the first story is called Goth Amazon. So for this first one, basically it's pretty much all of the DC villains coming together. You got...
Batman's villains, not DC villains. Batman's villains.
Oh, I'm sorry. You got all Batman's villains basically coming together and take over Gotham or whatever. So, I mean, not all of them. So you've got the main ones. So you've got the Riddler, Joker, Poison Ivy, Penguin, Two-Face, Mr. Freeze,
Man-Bat,
and Man-Bat. So you got all those guys, and then Wonder Woman comes in. Oracle's the one that calls her, and to defeat them, and actually she runs into Harley Quinn and Catwoman, and so she kind of brings them into, and they stop the villains. So just a short little story. That was pretty much it, right? Second one is called Fender of Truth. The writer is Amanda Diebert, and artist is Kat Sags. Second one. Do you want to tell them about this one?
Well, it starts off with her and Cersei going at it, and then a little bit later in the story, it kind of refocuses on how a boy, he likes Wonder Woman and stuff like that, and another kid start picking on him for it, and Wonder Woman kind of hears it and sticks up for him, and so he gives her a piece of the lasso of truth. She gives him a piece of the lasso of truth.
Yeah. That one was probably the shortest one of all.
Yeah, that one was really short.
Third one is called Brace Yourself, and the writer is Jason Bischoff. Artist is David A. Williams. The third one. So this third story is her when she was younger, and I would say probably 7 or 8 age.
Yeah.
6, 7, 8 range. And her mom takes her down to these catacombs, I think. Is that what it is?
Yes.
And just kind of telling her about the history and all that. And then she decides that she wants to become this powerful woman. And so she's bound and determined to basically grow up, and she tries to best or beat Hippolyta. And yeah, that was pretty much the gist of that story. So not much there. Oh, and actually, so yeah, the end, she ends up coming out on top, and she gains her mom's approval, and she is who she wanted to be. The next story is called Taketh Away, and the writer is Ivan Cohen, and the artist is Marcus Toe. Third one.
Okay, Taketh Away was about Wonder Woman and her, she actually starts to lose a little bit of confidence in herself. And then she gets hit, and then all the confidence just starts to dissipate, and she gets hit by a stray bullet, and it actually makes her bleed, or so she thinks. And so now she's wondering what's going on exactly, because this has never happened. And things just go from bad to worse when she tries to get home to Themyscira and see what's going on there. And then she sees that she's not as pretty as she was the day before as well. So confidence is... He gets into a battle with Cheetah, and she has to use more of her wit than anything else to defeat her. Finishing it off, finally unleashing a snow leopard on Cheetah to win. And she goes back to the reporter at the beginning, from the beginning of the story, and finds out that it's actually a Dr. Psycho that is controlling her. She finally breaks through her confidence thing, and it's all gone up again because she figures out what happened. She finally realizes that it's her belief in herself.
Yeah.
That's actually the ultimate approval.
Yes. Next one is called Bullets and Bracelets. And the writer is Sean E. Williams, and artist and colorist is Margaret Salvage? I don't know. Bullets and Bracelets. So this one starts off Wonder Woman. She's in a band and she's in Athens playing a show, and then she is done with the show. She felt like the night was kind of off, and she just kind of felt off in a little bit of a way. So she gets to walking around down the street, and she runs into two fans who were actually at the show, and they were like telling her how well she did and blah blah blah, and I don't know, she was just feeling kind of down. But then she was like, oh, do you mind if you guys want to go eat something with me or whatever? So she takes them to this restaurant, and they're just kind of talking to her about how impressed they are of her and everything. And they go to order food, and one of the girls, she doesn't have money, so Wonder Woman is like, no, you're gonna eat. So, you know, she offers to pay for their food, and then they leave, and they're all happy or whatever. And then there's this guy that comes out while he's driving down the street. He sees her and is like, oh my god, it's you. And then I guess he had said something to her earlier at the concert. It was a guy that he was at the show earlier and said that she was really hot or whatever, and then she was just like, I don't dress like this I just dress like this just because it's who I am or whatever. And so then she's just like, basically, go away. And he gets really offended by it, so he tries to shoot her. He brings out a gun, and then she stops him. She takes the gun and she like twists it, bends it. Kind of funny. And then obviously he's all scared or whatever, and then runs off, and she meets up with the two girls. That's the last panel, and they walk away and live happily ever after.
Yeah.
Next one is called Morning Coffee. The writer is Ollie Masters, and the artist and colorist is Amy Maberson.
Catwoman actually goes to London and is trying to steal something. They don't know what yet. And they call up Wonder Woman because I guess she's in town somewhere. And to catch her, in which she does. And then Wonder Woman's trying to get her order her coffee, and she goes back to the table where Catwoman's handcuffed, and she's asking her what'd you steal exactly, and so she pulls it out, and it happens to be the golden fleece. And then the guardian of the golden fleece, the dragon, I don't even want to try to pronounce his name, but I'll butcher it. Comes after him, attacks him, and tries to get it back. Wonder Woman fights it off successfully, but Catwoman then, being Catwoman, leaves and escapes. But then Wonder Woman catches up to her, and it says, "You're gonna buy me my morning coffee now after this."
Yeah. And that was that. That was it.
Yeah, that was it.
All right. Next one is called No Chains Can Hold Her. The writer and artist is Gilbert Hernandez, and the colorist is John. Oh no, I was gonna do writer and artist. So this one starts out with Wonder Woman. She is at a training facility, right?
Something like that.
She's at like something like of a training facility, and she's, you know, just testing her powers or whatever. And then this little alien-looking crocodile thing comes out, and he's trying to defeat her or something, abduct her. And so she's not having it, and then Supergirl actually happens to be around that area, and she's like, what the heck is going on over there? So she investigates and comes and just tries to see what's going on. And then Wonder Woman actually turned out to be put under this guy's control, mind control. So yeah, Supergirl is trying to stop all that, and he orders Wonder Woman to try to defeat Supergirl, and so they have like a battle, I guess, going on. And then Mary Marvel comes in, and she is trying to help stop Wonder Woman and figure out what's going on. And she thought that Wonder Woman and Supergirl were like robots or something like that, because she's from a different whatever place. She finds out this guy is taking over her mind, Wonder Woman's mind, so she breaks in and tries to stop him, and she does, and Mary Marvel's there too, and yeah, basically Wonder Woman comes back and they all defeat that little crocodile looking guy. I think that was it, right?
Basically.
Yeah. That one was probably my least favorite.
Yeah, it was my least favorite too.
And the art is like not good. I'm sorry.
It's different art, let's put it that way. It doesn't appeal to us.
Not my fave. Next one is Attack of the 500-Foot Wonder Woman. The writer is Rob Williams, and the artist is Tom Lyle.
This one is about Wonder Woman and her strive to be more of a not as much as a warrior, but as a more of a scribe, or being a scholar. No scribe, scholar, the symbol of wisdom, in which she tries to solve a problem from Bith. If I'm butchering this name, I'm sorry.
Creature of 1,000 shapes.
Yeah.
Who is currently in the shape of a dragon-ish looking thing.
Yeah. But anyways, so Hawkman, and Hawkwoman are in the story as well, and same with the Atom, and they're all trying to take down Bith, the creature of 1,000 shapes. And so, and Wonder Woman's like Giganta now. She's huge as well, thanks to the Atom. And then at the end, she tries to solve a problem with Bith. Why is he attacking this area and take it over? And Bith explains why, and so Wonder Woman kind of takes pity on him, and she takes him to Themyscira, to an outlying island to where he could just live on his own and just live in solitude, which is kind of nice of her. Just a different way of solving a solution rather than just combat itself. But yeah, so he gets an island all to himself now.
Alright, next one is called Ghosts and Gods. The writer is Neil Clyde, and the artist is Dean Haspiel. So this one, it includes Wonder Woman and Etta, and they've encountered a bad guy. His name is Ra's al Ghul. And so they've both been captured, and one of the guys, another guy comes in, Dead Man, and he takes over Etta's body and mind and everything, and tries to escape from this guy's holding, and does it successfully. And Wonder Woman's confused because she doesn't believe that it's actually, or she thinks that it's still Etta, but she's confused, like, what's going on? Why do you sound so weird? And she doesn't believe that it's this dead man that's taken over her. But he tries to explain, tries to prove it to her that I really have just taken her over, but she didn't believe it. So yeah, that's kind of how the story goes throughout, and then eventually they escape, right? Yeah, eventually they just escape. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so eventually they just escape, and thanks to this dead man guy that took over Etta.
Yep.
Is this the last one?
Yes.
And the last one, finally, is called Dig for Fire, and the writers are Karina Becco and Gabriel Hardman, and the artist is Gabriel Hardman.
So this last story is about Wonder Woman going into Apocalypse and trying to save two of her own people. But as it turns out, Wonder Woman goes into Apocalypse, and she's found out upon, and so Darkseid sticks his fiends on her. Not really sure who they are or what their names are, but yeah. Wonder Woman, then they throw Wonder Woman into a fire, or like the core of some sort, in which she actually does end up surviving, and she goes to this little tiny, I want to say, bunker area, and she gets told that her friends are alive, but they have a different agenda, because she sees something from LexCorp. It is announced that her friends are going to be executed later that day, so Wonder Woman has to go and try to save them.
The Amazons.
To
clarify.
Yeah.
Her friends are the Amazons.
Her friends
that's
are
why
Amazons. Her sisters.
That's
Amazons.
That's why she went there.
Yes.
It was to rescue them.
Yes. Sorry. Anyways, so she goes to the execution to rescue her Amazon sisters, and then of course she saves them, but then now they're on the run trying to get back home, and the Amazons actually tell Wonder Woman what's going on, which is a bomb has been planted in Apocalypse. They just have to put it in the core and detonate it, and Wonder Woman is actually going to stop it. In which she does. She finds the bomb is thrown into the core, but she finds it in time, pulls the bomb out of the core, and Darkseid then proceeds to kill the two other Amazons, but then leaves Wonder Woman to go back home, because he's thankful for her for saving them, the planet, but he's pissed off at the other two because they are the ones that were sent to plant the bomb. Yeah. But yeah, that's it.
That's the whole ish. So, this would probably be not something that you would want to read if you're looking to get into a new series, because obviously it's just a bunch of short stories.
Yeah.
So if you want to give it to someone younger, probably.
Yeah, I'd say a younger person.
For like a road trip, here you go, keep you busy sort of thing, then yeah, that's cool, because obviously they're short enough to where you won't have to, you can come to a stopping point and then not be like, you can come back to it, you know,
Whenever
days
you,
later, whenever
yeah.
you want to, and you won't have missed anything. Yeah, but I mean, for 15 bucks, not a bad little thing, but otherwise, I mean, I probably wouldn't. If you're a collector of Wonder Woman and you just want to get all things Wonder Woman, then you can get this and, you know, have fun with it if you're looking for some short stories for a road trip or a plane ride or something. But if you're looking to get into a new story, this is not any new story or anything that you're going to be getting into. So I think that's all I have to say about that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
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 Okay, cool. So if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button and hit the bell for notifications. That way you get notified when we post a new video. And I was gonna say something else, but oh, I remember. So on the 24th? I think it's 24th of this month, June, in Portland, there's going to be a Heroes and Villains Fan Fest. I don't know, I think that they're all around the country, so if it's in a city near you guys, then look it up, because I think it's fairly new.
Yeah.
And so I'll be going to that, and I will be taking the camera with me, and I will be doing the snaps, so make sure you are following us on Snapchat. That way you'll be able to see inside, get an inside look. And I don't know if I'll be able to see anybody important, but we'll see. There's going to be a lot of people there.
Yeah,
so,
lots
a lot of
of
big people. So he's not going to get to go though.
Nope.
Because tomorrow he's leaving. Oh, that's another thing I wanted to say too. Tomorrow he's going to be leaving until the end of the month. So the rest of the month you get just me. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
I think that's it.
So thank you guys for watching, and we will see you all in our next video.
Bye-bye.